Hey everybody, welcome to Test Chamber. I'm Kyle Hilliard, and I'm here with Matthew Kato, who reviewed Mario Golf.
That's right.
And we're going to play a little bit of it right now. So this isn't actually the version that you reviewed. You started a new game, right? So we can kind of look at the beginning.
Yeah. I had a lot more items and courses unlocked, but this is kind of the main hub that I think a lot of people are going to play in. It's called the Castle Club, and as you can see, it's kind of an overworld where you can run around. There's not a lot to do, but certainly you can kind of talk to people, and they'll give you, advice, kind of telling you where to go, and some little tips here and there. It's kind of fun. There's a trophy room, and of course an item shop. And if we go out back here, we can start golfing. And there's actually, although like I said, there's not a lot of extensive things to do as far as talking to the people in the overworld. This Club Castle mode has practice courses in the three main 18-hole golf areas, and there's also some special 9-hole courses which are patterned after Bowser's Castle, of course, and Princess Peach and things like that, which you'll unlock as you play the game. And the interesting thing about this game is that this is the Castle Club mode, and as you can see, it's the overworld and it's kind of fun. But in reality, this isn't really just the only thing that you'll play to establish your career. You'll continually sort of go back out, and we'll show you in a little bit. Okay. Go back out to the main menu, and you're kind of encouraged to dabble in a lot of different things, including just like playing against Nintendo characters and just regular old match modes. Okay. And this is so you're doing a practice course right now, right? Yeah, I got to establish a handicap, which is important for online tournaments. So it's kind of their way, obviously, of matchmaking. There's handicaps in real life golf. Okay. And it's just a way to sort of matchmake things so that you kind of have a chance against maybe some slightly better players. And as you can see here, this is a traditional 3-click golf, system where you hit A to start the meter, you hit A again at the top of the meter where you want your power, as you can see at the top of the bottom screen there. And then, of course, you hit it one last time when you get to the bottom. And when you get to the bottom, that's where you can add backspin and topspin and things like that.
Yeah, it looked like you were hitting A, and then a different button. Is that what I saw?
At the very end, I hit double A as topspin, double B is backspin, and then if you want super topspin, it's A, then B, and super backspin, of course, then it's B, then A.
So are those advanced tactics, kind of, or?
Yeah, that's what's known as, if you look on the bottom screen over to the right, it's in the purple square, it's called manual, and you can switch over to easy at any time. There's also here, there's short, middle. This is for putting, but there's also, this is where you would hit your approach shot, or if you want to use items, there's a number of items in the games. You can toggle them by, going through there. And of course, there's your, your camera, and of course your putt select or your club selection.
So can you use the touchscreen to swing at all?
Yes, you can. And I missed that one by a mile.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, it was. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And if you thought that was terrible, feel free to tweet me or email me, tell me how bad that was as well. Don't just leave it in the comments section. Just really come after me.
I think your Twitter is Unistrike, right?
Yes. Okay. As of today. So if we get to the next hole, I'll show you. I really like the way the bottom screen handles it. It's really not that complicated, as you can see in the big red area there. When I start the power, I'll click it again to hit my max power, and then when I want to actually strike the ball, I'll touch an area on the touch screen. And in this instance, let's say we want to curve it a little bit to the right. That's easily done by striking, let's say, the bottom right. You can also top the ball if you don't want the trajectory to go as high. So let's start here.
Okay, so it's almost like a cursor. Okay, I see.
Yeah, that did it the other way. I'm not good at golf and talking, but as you can see, it says I was late, so it's going to affect, how the ball hits. It's kind of forgiving, but if you really get really early or really late, you are going to duff the shot. So let's try this one again here.
So if you want to do well, do you have to kind of go manual eventually, or can you still be pretty successful by just keeping the sort of simple AAA?
I think attack? Manual is definitely the best way to go, and it's really not that difficult. And you can do manual again without using the touchscreen. You can just simply use the buttons. Okay. And
you just have to learn which combo of buttons corresponds to which part of the ball. Okay,
yes. And again, with the tutorials, and there's plenty of practice. There's practice challenges and things that you can do. That it's not hard to get your bearings on the things. So let me go back out to the main menu, and I'll show you kind of how the game is sort of, how it kind of expects you to progress. So as I said, this is the Castle Club mode, and a lot of things, there's a lot of the courses and stuff were here, but if we go back out...
So is it almost like, is it borderline kind of like RPG stuff? Are you like changing your characters, or are you more just unlocking like customizable things?
Yeah, you're more unlocking. I mean, those customizable items definitely, affect, you might have a bigger sweet spot in your clubs. You might get a little more distance.
Okay.
But calling it even RPG light, I feel, is kind of a stretch.
Sure.
Like, for instance, you don't assign really attributes to your golfer. Some games they'll give you like points, and then you can kind of funnel them how you want. It's not really like that. And so here you got the Castle Club, and you have Mario Golf Quick Round. Now it'd be easy in most games to ignore Quick Round because you might just be like, well, that's play now. Why do I want to do that? But as you go and see here, you can access tournaments from here. You can also access the online tournaments through the Castle Club down in the basement. If you go to single player, and then if you go down to challenges, here is how you unlock. There are 6 9-hole courses patterned after, again, like characters and locations. So if we go over here, this is like Peach Gardens. So as you can see here.
So this is when things get a little more fantastical, I
yeah.
guess? Okay.
Yeah, like there's an underwater one. Bowser Castle has bombs, or if you get close to them, they'll detonate and they'll throw your ball across the screen. There's also other ones that have these kind of bounce pads, which kind of get in your way. But in here, like if we go into here, it says collect star coins while achieving par. This again gives you some different objectives. Now all this stuff still earns you coins to spend on items, or you might win an entire costume set, for instance. So you're going to want to come in here and play these. These, of course, as I said, are also accessible in the Castle Club mode.
Okay.
So here, this one's got these little like acceleration pads. So if we land on that one, it'll shoot our ball forward.
All right. And it looked like you could also play as like all the Nintendo characters and stuff in this mode, right?
Yeah,
like you could play as Mario if you want.
I chose this one. I just missed it short. But if we come up here, let's say like
can you putt into that thing right there, or do you have to go over it?
I can putt into that. Let's see.
I kind of want to see it. Oh, there. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So, and these courses, there are 9-hole courses, so they're a little short, but they can get pretty kind of difficult. And then depending on the objective, let's say it might ask you to like hit a particular coin. Well, that coin might be pretty high up in the sky, and so maybe you need to earn an item first, or maybe you need to sort of manipulate your clubs where you still have to make par, but you might be having to kind of putt into the rough first before you can get the trajectory right. So there's definitely some challenge there, but overall, it's not a lot that is going to surprise a lot of people who have either played 3-click golf games or are certainly familiar with the Mario Golf franchise.
Okay. So it's a good golf game, and then it's also like it just has a lot of Nintendo stuff in it, right? Like,
yeah, the way I kind of see it is it's a thorough game without a lot of surprises. I mean, it's great that they have online. Like I said, there's some matchmaking. There's a lot of courses that are loaded onto the cart, but Nintendo has also sort of promised and is also sort of not preloaded, but they've also gotten ready. They're clearly getting ready for a lot of more online tournaments, and some of those might be like a speed golf round where you come and you play. You've got to finish like 3 holes in 3 minutes. Other things might be like you can choose to play against people. You can also customize and make your own kind of tournaments.
Okay.
You might choose to do, hey, who can get the longest tee shot, or there's something called like the club, like a club roulette system where like you only play with certain clubs. So you might accidentally draw like a 9-iron, a 1-wood, and a 5-iron, and that sort of restricts. Those are the clubs you have to use for the hole. So there's some fun customizable things in there. But again, the game is definitely fun for golf. People want a handheld golf in particular, but it doesn't offer a whole lot of surprises.
Cool. Well, I think that's a good look at the game. I'm not even a golf guy, and I'm kind of excited to check it out.
3-click golf is one of those things where it doesn't change, but it just, you'll be darned if you're not just playing it and just getting sucked in and having fun with it.
It's almost like a match 3 where it's like very comfortable, probably.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, Kato, for reviewing it and for letting us watch you play it.
Thank you.